Do you think New Jersey is an expensive place to live? Well, some folks believe that it's an even more expensive place to die. And that's because the Garden State is only one of two states that have both an inheritance and an estate tax, the so-called death taxes. But if you're a New Jerseyan trying to avoid this double whammy, don't pack your bags just yet, because legislators in Trenton are now considering a reduction and even a complete elimination of the estate tax in order to keep wealthy residents from leaving the state. Here now to break it all down for us is my New Jersey Capital Report co-anchor and MetroFocus contributor, Steve Adubato. Steve, welcome.
Good to be here, Raf.
So, Steve, what is an estate tax and what exactly is being proposed?
The estate tax is simply the tax against your estate when you die. It's the amount of money that you've amassed, right? There it is. And the threshold is $675,000.
What does that mean, the threshold?
Okay, so at $675,000, if your estate is worth that, after that it gets taxed. Now, what's the federal estate tax threshold? It's $5.4 million.
Wow.
And the other tax, right, the inheritance tax, is the tax that you get hit for those you contribute to, those who you give money to, who aren't your family or charitable contributions. Outside of that, you get hit. So New Jersey's, as you said, it's us and Maryland are the only two that have both death taxes.
So what does the governor think about this?
Well, the governor, once again, made himself very clear. He spoke in his State of the Union, Freudian slip. State of the State address. He talked about the death tax, and he talked like a lot of Republicans are saying it's a terrible idea, and the governor says it right here.
So today I'm calling on you to join me in abolishing the estate tax that penalizes the next generation. Only 14 states in America even have an estate tax. Only 6 states in America have an inheritance tax. How about us? We got both. We got both, and we're one of only 2 states who do. Us and Maryland. We're the outliers, everybody, the outliers. And we have the lowest exemption threshold in the country. It's unfair to middle-class taxpayers in this state. It makes New Jersey unfair. It makes New Jersey uncompetitive.
So what do you think?
It's not really a question. I'll tell you, Ralph, I understand it, and there's a problem because the Business and Industry Association, a respected business organization, did a survey, and they found that 70% of business owners said that they plan to retire outside New Jersey. What does that mean? Let's assume that most business owners would be around that threshold, $600,000, $700,000. Say they retire. That means when they retire, their estate, those dollars that they would pay to the state of New Jersey in estate taxes, they go to Florida and other states where they retire. That's a problem. So Christie and others are saying we need that revenue. But the problem is, what about those who say, the Democrats who say, wait a minute, you can't do away with the estate tax so quickly because we need that cash.
How much cash is allegedly being brought in by that estate tax?
Well, the funny thing is, the more people leave, the less revenue there is.
Right.
But
No,
the
but
estimate
the question is
$400 million.
$400 million, that's what they say.
That's the estimate every year.
And these rich guys, mostly guys,
Yes,
say they're going to be
guys.
leaving.
Some women, but go ahead.
They say they're going to be leaving if because there's too much estate tax. But is that true? I mean, is that provable?
Is it provable? Look, it's not like it was $800 million a few years ago coming in through the estate tax, and now it's $400 million. It's been between $400 and $500 million for a while now.
Yeah.
But here's the problem, Raf. There's a threat of them doing that. And a lot of people want, and by the way, I want to be clear, many Democrats support getting rid of the estate tax as well. And if they don't get rid of it, they're talking about raising the threshold from $675,000 to maybe $1 million for a threshold, and maybe potentially eliminating it over time. But, Raf, let's make it clear. There's the other tax involved here. Let's talk about
The gas tax. There's a connection between those two.
You wouldn't think, but only in New Jersey.
Explain it.
I'll try. So the Democrats are saying, look, and we talked about this last time when I was on MetroFocus. We talked about the Transportation Trust Fund. This is the fund, roads, bridges, potholes, right? Want to take care of those? The trust fund, the Transportation Trust Fund, is going bust in July 1st of 2016. There's no more money. The Democrats are saying, all right, let's raise the gas tax. The gas tax money goes into a lockbox. Sound like Al Gore, right? The money goes right into the Transportation Trust Fund. Republicans are saying, no way. Democrats say, wait, let's make a deal. We'll support you on eliminating or reducing the estate tax if Republicans, you give us the vote on the gas tax hike. And believe it or not, in the State House, there's a serious discussion going on about trading these votes, reducing or eliminating the estate tax for wealthier. There's only 11% of New Jerseyans who qualify when they die for the estate tax benefit, right? They're heirs, if you will. But everyone in New Jersey and those who are in and out of New Jersey, they get hit on the gas tax. But it looks like that may happen.
So it may happen. So what has to happen for that to happen?
I believe Christie will govern with a different eye, focused exclusively on New Jersey. And I believe no matter what he says about taxes, will ultimately go along with the increase in the gas tax if the Democrats agree to reduce or eliminate the estate tax. And I believe the Democrats and Republicans will achieve compromise, unlike in Washington, and the gas tax will be increased, the Transportation Trust Fund will be salvaged, and there'll be an elimination or reduction in the estate tax for wealthier New Jersey. But you need the governor to make this happen because he could veto anything that goes to his desk that he doesn't like.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Steve, thanks.
Thanks, Raf.